I can see you, you know. Do you think I haven't noticed you following me? Come on out of the bushes, you're not a squirrel. What do you want? Stop waffling on, girl. Just spit it out. I'm not taking apprentices. Go home. I said go home. Okay. Can you swing a sword? Can you shoot an arrow? Use a dagger? Can you fist fight? Well, that's wonderful that you can ride a horse, but I only have the one horse, and if I were to take on an apprentice, which I'm not, then I'd be the only one riding it. I don't doubt you're smart, girl, but I don't need an apprentice. Not even a smart one. You've got twigs in your hair, by the way. Are you seriously going to follow me? Oh my word, alright. Okay then, why do you want to be my apprentice so badly? Yes, I am a lady knight. Well done. You have eyes. Yes, I could teach you to fight. Then what? What are you going to do with those skills? It's not easy. It's a lot of wandering around, sleeping under trees. What village, what lord, is going to hire you when they could hire a man instead? I'm telling you the realities, girl. You want to be a lady knight, that's what you have to look forward to. Especially with your looks. I mean that you're pretty, young lady. You'll have all sorts of people telling you that you're far too pretty for a rough life like this. Well, that's very kind of you to say that I'm pretty too. Frankly, my dear, I don't believe you, but thanks for the compliment. And not to mention, look, sorry, you're just so short. I mean, everyone is short next to me, but still. If I put armour on you, I doubt you could walk 3 steps. Could you even lift a sword? Oh, you could you? I'm sorry, girl, but I'll believe it when I see it. What are you doing now? Oh my god. You're going to lift that rock. That big one right there. Is that so? Please, by all means. Huh. Well, no. I'll admit that was impressive. Huh. No, I am still not looking to take on an apprentice. Girl, I'm sorry. I don't need a servant either. I can cook my own food. And I can saddle my own horse. A companion. Don't need one of those either. What do you know of being lonely, young one? Go on home with you. I'm losing my patience, girl. What makes you think you want this life, It's not glamorous. It's not safe. You certainly don't get the respect a male knight does. Why do you want this so badly? You just want to protect people. I don't doubt you're good of heart. I can see it in your face. But that doesn't always account for much. Alright, you reckon you're smart? Yeah? Which way's north? How many hours do we have till sundown? Alright, you've seen which direction I'm headed. What's the next town I'd reach? Good. And how many days' travel is it? Yes, 4. Good. Can you hunt for food? Of course you have a slingshot in your pocket. Alright then, that knot on that tree. Hit it. From here. Go on. How did you do that? I really didn't want to be impressed by you, but... That's not a yes. Don't get excited. Oh, don't look at me like that. I can see that you're smart and daring and have, frankly, ridiculously good aim. And you're certainly confident. But can you take care of yourself if I'm not there to protect you? What if a man takes a fancy to your pretty face? What would you do? Well, that was much more of a violent answer than I was expecting. No, not saying it's wrong. Do that, certainly. Just woe to any man that crosses you. And what if I was the one you needed protecting from? What if we made camp one night, out in the wilderness with no one around, and I decided I was lonely after all? What if your bedroll looked so much more comfortable than mine? What would you do then? That was not the answer I was expecting. Well, it takes a lot to leave me speechless, but you've done it. Congratulations. Don't look at me like that. That's still not a yes. Oh God, you're just going to keep following me, aren't you? How did I get someone to train me? I followed them and I pestered them until they said yes. Yeah, quite a lot like what you're doing right now, actually. Fine. No, listen. And listen good. I'm not saying you're my apprentice. I'm not committing to teaching you anything. You want to be my servant? All right then, you do as I say. You don't complain, and if I decide that I'm sick of you, then you're dismissed and you go home. Understood? And you better have everything you need with you right now, because I'm leaving whether you're ready or not. Alright? Why is it always me? Come on then. Hope you can keep up to my horse on those little legs of yours. This'll be your first test. Keep pace or get left behind. We'll make camp when the sun goes down in a few hours. So if you spot a rabbit while you're walking, be sure to shoot it with that excellent aim of yours, would you? What about the sleeping arrangements? What are you... Oh! Oh, you're perfectly serious, aren't you? Well, you're certainly a saucy little thing. Maybe this will work out in my favour after all. Go to sleep, girl. Because that is what people normally do when night comes and their bellies are full and they're laying by a fire. They sleep. Not you, though. You just keep talking. Well, it's not my fault that you have too many questions to fit in daylight hours. I told you the word is Squire. not apprentice. I don't care if it's a silly word, it's the proper word. And no, I'm still not making you one either way. Oh my god. Because of reasons. Because if I'm going to teach you how to use weapons, you need to be obedient and respectful so that you listen to me and so you won't get hurt. You are the least obedient person I have ever met, and your mouth is too full of sass for your own good. Someone's going to smack you one of these days if you're not careful. I let you come with me because you would have followed me either way. Yes, I know you would have. The adventurous life isn't as glamorous as people think, you know. Oh, you don't want a glamorous life? No, then what do you want? Now. You choose now to go quiet. Lord, if that's all it took, I would have started throwing questions back at you a lot sooner. You want freedom. Do I look free to you? I'm not poking fun, I'm being serious. Well, yes, I don't have to answer to anyone, I suppose, but that's a two-sided coin, isn't it? If I need food, shelter, company, there is no one to go to but myself. Freedom isn't all it's cracked up to be either, you know. We can be free together, can we? You can provide me food and shelter, can you, girl? Yes, well, I suppose you could provide company. You think you're subtle, it's hilarious. Oh, don't look at me like that. As if you're not perfectly self-aware. I mean that I know for a fact that there were male knights that rode through your village no less than a day before me. The blacksmith told me so. You didn't follow them. You could have still asked them if they'd take you on. They might have said yes. A male knight trained me, after all. So did you follow me because you wanted to be my squire, or because you wanted to be something else? I don't know, you tell me. You were the one who was so audaciously questioning sleeping arrangements. And now, here we are, just a few feet apart, and what? You've lost your nerve. I thought you were courageous, girl. Oh, you are? I'm testing if you're true to your word. That's what I'm doing. Stop squirming. I've got you pinned. So it doesn't matter that you're strong. You need to know the right points of leverage to throw me off. Which is something you'd learn if I ever did make you my squire. I said stop squirming. See? Still disobedient. I asked you what you want, and I think you've only given half an answer. So speak truthfully, would you? What do you want? You want to be my companion. Oh, still a squire, but a companion as well. No, I'm not letting you up until this conversation is over. I don't care how embarrassed you get. go red in the face all you like. I don't care, girl. So what? You watched me ride through your village for 30 seconds and decided you were in love with me. You've seen me before when I did just in that tournament, but that was nearly 8 years ago. You would have been a child still. You gave me a flower for my little lance. Ah. I remember you. I'm not teasing, I remember you. The flower was pink. It wasn't a rose either, it was something else that I hadn't seen before. Huh. Well. No, I'm still not letting you up. Because I want a better look at you now that I know who you are. Yeah, I remember you. You followed me everywhere. And you begged and begged to pet my horse. Why didn't you just tell me all this in the first place? Am I laughing at you? No, I'm not going to laugh at you. I'm not that mean. I don't believe in coincidences. Not like this. I almost didn't come through your village the other day. I was going to go another route. You've been honest with me. Shall I be honest with you? I joked about being lonely. Because sometimes it's easier to joke about things like that. But it's true. I am lonely. And I've been watching you the last couple of days and I've wanted to be less lonely, but I didn't think it would be appropriate to suggest anything of the sort, and we'd only just met and you're so annoying. And maybe I was worried that with your smart mouth that you weren't being serious. And if I approached you about such an arrangement, then you would laugh and leave. And I'd be just as lonely as before. How's that for honesty? Do you want me to let you up now? You don't? What would you like me to do then? No games. No sass. Tell me. You ever been kissed, girl? Well, I'm undecided on whether to teach you to use a sword, but I can teach you that. Wait. Slow down. Slow down. I know you're excited. I can tell, but slower. Match my movements. See? Better. Do you want to? Not all the way. Okay, we don't have to go all the way. How about bit by bit? And you say when you've had enough. Okay. But you're so teeny. Okay, do tell me if I'm squashing you. I'm serious. Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to stop. I just want to look at you. Here, move. Come here. Lay with your back to me. No, I'm not letting you go precisely. I just want you curled into me there. Still pinned, just in a different way. Well, I need one hand free. I was going to suggest that you get trousers at some point. It would be much more practical, but for now, I may prefer the dress. Oh, because I can get my hand underneath it so much easier. Do you like having your thighs touched? What about higher? What about higher? Does that feel good? Yeah, I can tell. I'm sorry, my hands are rough, but you feel so good. Are you alright? Oh, I think you're being less than truthful again. I think you're a bit overwhelmed. Yeah, I thought so. Well, you haven't blinked in, frankly, far too long. Yeah, maybe blink a few times and take a breath. And I think now that you've finally stopped talking, that tiredness has caught up with you. Oh, don't be sorry, girl. Please, you let me put my hand between your legs. I should be thanking you. And besides, if you're going to tag along to be my companion, if you still want to, well, then we have all the nights in the world to get to know each other. That's excellent blinking, by the way. It's masterful, really. You look stunned. Are you ready for sleep now? Okay, then sleep here, in my arms. I'll keep you safe. Another few days and we should be at the city. But let's camp early today. Maybe even just take tomorrow to rest. I'm tired. We would go a lot faster if you got on the horse with me, you know, instead of following along on those little legs. Yeah. I like your little legs, so calm down. Yeah, I know you're fine walking, you have said so repeatedly, but wouldn't you be even better riding? I did say that I'd be the only one riding the horse, but things have changed a bit since I've said that, haven't they? Besides, don't you want to ride double? Sit up in front of me? We could do all sorts of things to pass the time. I never said it wasn't a selfish request. Get to the city faster, and I get to do things while we ride. Come on. No, come here. Come here. So, are you going to ride with me or not? What do you mean you don't know how to? Have you never ridden a horse before? How is that even possible? You're a farmer's daughter from one of the most remote villages around. Okay, alright, I'm teaching you. No, you don't get a say in this one. You're getting on the horse. No. You're not running away. Come on. He's still saddled. Have you ever even sat on a horse? Okay. The basics then. This is a stirrup. Your foot goes in it. Alright, now you always mount a horse on their left side. Because you just do. I don't know, because you just mount from the left side. I don't care if it's stupid, you get on from the left. Stop trying to wriggle out of this. I don't care that you're wearing a dress either. Hike your skirt up, you'll be fine. When we get to the city, we'll find you some trousers. Now, hold on to the saddle and pull yourself up. Come on, I'll help you. Swing your leg over. There you go. Congratulations. You're on a horse. Now, sit there. I'll shorten the stirrups for you. Now, in your defence, Edgar is far too big a horse for you. At least while you're a beginner. You'd probably be better off with a pony, actually. Don't screw up your face at me like that. You're small. You need a smaller horse. And there's nothing wrong with ponies. A pony is anything under 14 hands. Hands. It's how you measure horses. Edgar's like 17 hands. Because it's just how you measure horses. You get on from the left and you measure them in hands. Put your feet in the stirrups. Oh my god, would you shut up and hold the reins? Thank you. Alright, hold your hand like this. Upright fist. There you go. Holding on. Alright, we'll start walking. You're not going to fall. And if you do, I'll catch you. Don't worry. Come on, Edgar. Sit up straight. Okay. Whoa. Hold. Alright. You're strong. You're fast. And your aim is impressive. But you have shit balance. So, let's work on that. You want to move as Edgar moves. Move your hips to match his movements. And stop looking at the ground. That's how you're going to fall. Look between his ears. Out and forward in the direction you're going. Try again. Alright. There you go. Much better. Up straight with your top half. And let your hips move. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. See? Much better. No, honestly, that was good. Can you get off? You've had enough? Okay. No, I'm not going to force you to stay on. You're clenching your jaw so hard I'm worried you're going to lose some teeth. Come on. Slide your feet out of the stirrups. I'll catch you, don't worry. Leg over. I've got you. Let go. And you're on the ground. Good job. It wasn't so bad, was it? Are you alright? Oh, girl. You were properly scared. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But, miss, I want to be a lady knight as well. You really do need to learn to ride if you want to be one. But you did a fantastic job. And like I said, Edgar is far too big a horse for you, so it's doubly impressive. Come on, shaky legs, come on. Sit down with me. You were gripping on for dear life. I don't doubt it. Your thighs might be a bit sore tomorrow. Oh, I can fix that, can I? How can I fix that? No, go on, smart mouth. What can I do to fix that? Oh, now she's gone quiet. I did like seeing you pull your dress up to get on. I got to see those little legs I like so much. Can I see them again? Don't you want to make them feel better? Well, I could give those sore thighs a massage. I'll just run my hands up under your dress, shall I? Does that feel better? Yeah. I can make you feel better. Lay back. Lay back. Relax. This dress of yours is in the way, so I'm just going to have to pull it all the way up. Spread your legs. Wider. There you go. Are your legs still sore? All that walking. How about I just run my fingers up and down the insides of your thighs? Does that feel good? I'm sure you needed a good massage. So tense. Stay laying down. I didn't say you could get up, did I? No. Unless you want me to stop. No, I didn't think so. Then keep your knees apart. Good. So, you liked what we did the other night, yeah? If I try that again, are you going to get overwhelmed? No? Are you going to remember to blink this time? We'll see. So, if I put my fingers right up here, then that would be alright. See, now you're moving your hips just fine. Do you like that? Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not gonna stop. Just like that. Yeah. I won't stop. Oh, don't worry, I can tell that you like it. But keep your knees apart. I won't tell you again. Do you want me to stop? No. Then keep your legs spread. Hmm. I'm slowing down because I want to take my time with you. I don't want to rush. And also the sun is going down quick, so here's what we're going to do. Companion assistant of mine. I'm going to brush down Edgar and get him settled, and you're going to build us a fire. And then when camp is nice and set up, we're going to get rid of this dress altogether. I know, I'm so mean, aren't I? So, the faster that camp is set up, the faster we can continue. So get moving. Can you just do as you're told and stay close to me? I will tie you to this horse, don't test me. Because you're staring around with your eyes about to pop out of your skull, and every thief and pickpocket in this city is looking at you thinking, oh, what a nice naive village girl you are. What an easy target. You are naive. You were excited about how tall the city walls were. Very excited. About walls. Yes, I agree, they are a feat of modern engineering, but can you just stay close to me? Please. I don't need you getting lost in these crowds, and it's getting dark, which is certainly not the safest time to be out in a city, especially when you're an easy target. Or maybe I just also want to be close to you. Did you ever think of that? Well, once we reach the inn, I can get as close to you as I want. No, I don't want to go to any of those inns. I don't care that they're closer. I like my usual. I trust the landlord. He's a good man. And he always has work for me. Or knows where I can get some. In return, he has my patronage whenever I'm in the city. You want to be a knight? Half the job is being loyal to those that treat you good. Yeah, I know you're loyal to me. Do you want to know how you can repay me for being so good to you? By paying attention and not wandering off. That would be fantastic. Well, first off in the morning we need to drop Edgar off at the blacksmith's. He desperately needs new shoes, and you need a pair of trousers. As much as I love that dress for reasons we shall not discuss in public, it's not practical. Not anymore. You also need your own weapon. Yes, you do have your slingshot. It's a lovely slingshot, and while it's both effective and adorable, it's not much good for close combat. No. We are not getting you a sword. Sorry to burst your bubble. A knife? Yes, we can do a knife. Everyone needs a good knife. It's something that you can use to cut up your dinner and also stab people. Something versatile. But if you were to be my squire, which I'm maybe warming up to the idea, potentially, A sword may come in the future. Oh my god, stay close to me. I don't need you getting lost or stolen. I will tie a leash around you, girl. Ha ha. We'll see how clever you are when I do tie you up. And there it is. My home away from home. Come on. Boy! Stable my horse. Any marks I find on him, I'll replicate on you. Good lad. Come on, we'll go find the landlord and rent a room. Why what? Why are those women dressed like that? Oh, sweet girl, you were saying you weren't naive. I'll explain it to you later. Sir! I am back in town. I left my horse with your boy. I trust he'll be taken care of. She's not my squire. An assistant, if you will. Yes, a room is just what I'm after. What? No, I'm not paying you for 2 beds. Well, she can sleep on the floor. Trying to swindle me, old man, after all I've done for you. Yeah, but that is why I respect you, so... Thank you, sir. We'll venture down for dinner later. What are you pouting for? You don't actually think I'm going to make you sleep on the floor, do you? Come on, you're smarter than that. Don't let your feelings get in the way of your smarts. That's when you'll get yourself into trouble. Our home for the foreseeable future. And see? A bed big enough for 2. Come on, come sit with me. Come here. I'm laughing because you puff yourself up like a little frog, that you're so big and bad and worldly. And you have no clue, really. And it's very sweet. Those lovely ladies downstairs, for example, are very pretty. Very scantily clad. They were selling their bedroom talents. Oh, yeah. Have I ever purchased any of their talents? Yeah, maybe once or twice. Stop pouting. And don't compare yourself to them. It's completely different. It's apples and oranges. That was just some fun in the sheets when I was particularly lonely and mildly drunk. And you drive me mad. And you're incredibly annoying and stressful to be around in the likely case that you get yourself into trouble. And you make me laugh. And you're very pretty. And very loyal. Even if you do bend the truth here and there. Oh, yeah, you do. I'm not mad, but I'm not going to pretend I don't notice either. When you followed me that first day, you swore up and down you could ride a horse. Well, turns out you couldn't. Yeah, it was just a little lie, but in my experience, people who tell little lies tell big ones as well. So, like I said, I'm not mad. You've got to look out for yourself in this world, but from now on, with me, no more. Alright? Are there any big lies you need to tell me about? You sure? Okay. Oh, you're so pouty today. Good God. Do you need me to make you feel better? We've got a bed and everything. Don't need to make a fire. Edgar's getting taken care of. Just you and me. Now, I'm a woman of simple pleasures, and burying my face in your chest makes me happy. What can I say? I'm sorry. Are you yawning? Are you yawning while I'm busy ravishing you? How rude. Do you want dinner? Come on, let's go eat. I'll ravish you later. No, it's a surprise. Absolutely not. Because your frustration is very entertaining. Come on. Please don't get lost. I don't need you being trampled to death on my conscience. Well, I maybe have a job lined up, but it'll be a couple of days before I know anything else. So, we're going to take the opportunity, the rare and glorious opportunity, to have a day for pleasure. Oh, was that last night, was it? Different sort of pleasure, girl. This sort we can do in public. You forget this isn't your little village. There are actually things to do in a city. Well, you walk around and you look, and people try and sell you things. All sorts of things. You've never been to a city marketplace, have you? Yeah, the market here is probably larger than your whole village. So there'll be stalls selling everything you can imagine. Hot food, cold drinks, horses, cloth, clothing, weapons, women. Around this corner. See? I told you. Do try to keep your eyeballs in your head. It's a pickpocket's dream come true, so stay close to me. Come on. Ugh, they've changed location since I was last here. Great. Well, I guess we'll just have to wander until we find it. No, I'm not telling you what sort of stall. Because it's a surprise. Did I ask if you like surprises or not? No. Didn't think so. That vendor looks too good to be true. Then it probably is. I worry about you sometimes, but it's good to see that you do have a brain in your head. You have a fine brain. An easily distracted one, but a sharp one. A quick one. And who said that to you? Do we trust the opinions of boys? No, a man doesn't say things like that. He's a boy. No, we don't. Only fools call other people stupid. After all, you wrangled me into keeping you. Despite how annoying you are and everything. In fact, you convinced me to keep you by showing me how smart you were. So where's that confidence gone, huh? Don't tell me it was all an act. I'm shocked. I never would have guessed it was all bluster. Do you trust my opinion? Then listen to it. You're plenty smart. Is what the surprise? That food stall? No, but we can circle back and get something to eat. It does look good, actually. What now? You keep going quiet. It's very unnerving. I'm not going to let you starve. Yes, there is cheaper food, but you want that food, so we'll get that. When have I said that I don't have money? I said the innkeeper gives me a deal, which he does, but that just means I'm frugal, not poor. I don't know, what did I say when I first met you? Yes, I did say it was a hard job and that it's even harder when you're a woman, but if you're smart, which you are, it can be an incredibly well-paying one. So, just because I don't go around screaming out how much coin I actually have, doesn't mean that I don't have any. I know it's difficult for you to not say every thought that comes into your head out loud, but it's a skill we might have to work on. Yes? Ah, found it. Sir, you've moved. How dare you? Okay, you. The daggers. Pick one. Yes, really. I told you you needed a good knife, and you do. A sword is a while off yet, but you can't go any longer without some sort of blade. Oh, no, this is my Squire. She's picking herself out a blade. No, go help that gentleman. We're fine here. Go on. Which one do you want? Quiet again. I did just say you're my Squire, didn't I? I guess that was part of my surprise for you. Like I said, I'm keeping you, aren't I? I may as well train you. Girl, I've never seen you this quiet, and frankly, it's rather disturbing. Please, say something. You're not my slave. Not even my servant. Believe it or not, I do like you. My irritating little chatterbox of a shadow. You've proven yourself. You're loyal and a hard worker with a good brain in her head, no matter what little boys who call themselves men have said in the past. Besides, do you think this is just a friendship? No. My little shadow, you have eased my loneliness, and you let me do all sorts of unspeakable things to you. So, the very least I can do in return is give you what you've most wanted, especially when all that is to be made a squire, and I have that within my power. But to start training you, you need a blade. So, pick one. That one? And so quick, you don't want to deliberate a little longer? Your gut said that one. Well, I think that you should trust your gut then. Yes, sir, this one, please. And the sheath for it as well. Thank you kindly. Here. Well, keep your stall in the same place, and next time I might spend more money. Come on, girl. I'm starving, and that food is looking better and better. What? You're welcome. No, I know you mean it. You have to take care of it, though. I'll show you how to clean it and sharpen it. And for the love of God, please don't poke out your eye or cut off your hand or something equally as stupid. Fabulous. You don't have to keep saying thank you. If you really insist, you can thank me later on. I told you today is for pleasure, and it pleases me to treat you. So, go on. Get your food, and we'll continue. Up! Up! Hi. Hello. Good morning. Rise and shine, my sleeping dove. Come on, my slumbering lady. The sun has risen and the day has begun. Well, the day began quite a while ago. I am cheerful, aren't I? I'm always cheerful when I get a new job. It did indeed come through. I had a messenger nearly tackle me downstairs this morning, shoving a letter in my face. Yes, it's almost noon. So if you are thinking of scolding me for dragging you out of bed, I've in fact been letting you sleep the day away. How kind of me. You've had a big week, and you've been tired. And now that we've got employment, there will be more travelling and work to come. So, I figured I could let you sleep. Yes, You're my Squire now, remember? So come. Get up and dressed and I'll tell you about the job. And I got another present for you too. It can wait. I know I'm being very mean this morning, aren't I? Come on, if you want information, you've got to get moving. And we'll have one more meal here before we head out. Not going to lie, though, I'm looking forward to sleeping under the stars again. Yes. Less comfortable, maybe, but it's lovely in its own way. And there's no need to be quiet for fear of being heard through any walls. Oh, now she gets up. Well, we know what motivates you, don't we? One of the Northern Lords sent me the letter. He wants a female knight to do the job, so I accepted. Because people underestimate female knights, and he wants smarts and brains and someone who can find out secrets, not just brawn. He heard about me through the grapevine. I have a good reputation, apparently. God knows how. Well, there have been raids on villages on his lands, which happens, but apparently something is amiss and he wants someone who won't appear to have any loyalty to him snoop around, ask questions. And that's all I've gathered so far. We'll learn more once we get there. You'll come in handy, though. Well, you're terribly sweet and innocent looking. Villagers might be more willing to open up to you. I am still a knight, after all. That tends to tie up a lot of tongues. Are you ready? I'm not going to tell you what your present is. I'm going to show you. Oh, look at you yawning. Tut tut. I do tend to keep you up at night, don't I? I can stop doing that if you're so very tired. Yeah, I thought so. Yes, Sleeping Beauty has risen. We'll grab 2 meals before we set off, though, if it pleases you. Girl, come here. Your present is outside. Ladies? Oh, not so scared of the ladies of the night anymore. Not in the daytime. Fair enough. Progress is progress. Ta-da! Yes, that is my horse. And that one next to him is yours. No, technically a pony, but you get the idea. He'll be easier for you to handle for your first horse. No, I'm not joking. Because you need a horse if we're going to keep travelling. You're too slow on foot, and it's not fair on Edgar to carry two of us. So I got you a gelding of your own. No, I wasn't going to get you a mare, that was just asking for trouble. You're very quiet. It's always unsettling when you're quiet. I know what you can say. Thank you. You're most welcome. I told you, girl, I have money. This is no skin off my teeth. And it's a necessary purchase either way. Because we're... well, whatever we are. We're family now. Chosen family is family. I put more stock in who people choose to associate with than who they were born to. They have no say in the latter. Well, you're still not used to being cared for, are you? I do actually like you, you know. And I can't see that changing. Unfortunately for me, because goddamn you are so annoying sometimes. Well, it's not like you don't do anything for me. And besides, you're entertaining. You're fun. You're bright. You're very bad at taking compliments. Yes, the saddle and bridle are part of the deal as well. I don't imagine throwing you up bareback would end too well at the moment. No. So, what are you going to name him? No, it's your horse. You're the one who's going to be saying the name the most. Make it something easy to yell if he gets away from you. That's my suggestion. Milk. Because he's white. He is indeed the colour of milk. One syllable, good for yelling. Milk it is. I think it's a brilliant name. Are you hungry? Like I said, we'll eat before we head off, but I got everything else we might need while you were still asleep. I'm itching to get out of the city. Bit sick of all these people, if I'm honest. Well, you don't count as people. You're my girl. How is it that your confidence is getting worse over time, huh? When I first met you, you told me how fantastic you were, how brilliant and bold. Now you crumble at a compliment. The world is indeed a lot bigger than just your village. It's easy to feel stifled in such a small space than to come here where there's so much to take in. It's quite the change. You are extraordinary, though. You might have been a big fish in a small pond, but now you have the ability to grow and grow and grow. So don't shrink, alright? Forwards only. You think I'd be spending my coin on someone less than extraordinary? No, I didn't think so. Well, Milk here can have his lunch with Edgar while we have ours inside. It's the one thing I always miss about living at an inn. Someone else cooking my meals. I hate cooking. Oh, you'll cook from now on? See, I knew there was a reason I kept you around. That's very kind of you, girl. I'm sure I'll be able to find a way to repay you once we're in private. Oh, girl. Look at you. Are you alright? Oh, our time in the city has made you soft. It has. A few nights in a proper bed, and look at you. Are you fine? There's rather a wide set to your legs there. It's almost as if you're hobbling. One day's hard riding and you're walking like an old woman. Funny, I thought you were good at riding things. Oh, hey. Try throwing another stick at me, see how well that ends, little girl. There are all sorts of things I could do in retaliation. But first, sit down before you fall down. I'll tend to the fire, it's fine. Oh, you can still cook for us, don't worry, I'm taking full advantage of that promise. But for now, sit. It's good to be in a city or even a town sometimes, in civilization with people and noise and chaos, but I did miss being able to be open with you. The way it is when it's just the two of us. I don't know. I just had time to think today, I guess. Aren't I allowed to say nice things to you? Well, maybe I'm overtired as well. Who knows? I was joking before, but your legs aren't holding up so well, are they? Well, it's not surprising you've been riding since dawn. You're not used to it. Milk has turned out to be a good little pony, though. Come here. No, come here. Oh my God, can you not argue over something for once in your life? Sit here and let me massage your legs so you'll be able to move in the morning. Or it will only get worse. Yes, the last time I massaged your legs it escalated, didn't it? Though you were wearing a dress then, not trousers. It's much harder now for my fingers to go wandering. Such a shame. I said I would massage them. I didn't say I would be gentle. But it will make you feel better, I promise. Oh, it's going to take us another few weeks of travel to get to our destination. We're going as far north as it's possible to go. Have I not told you what this new job is? Oh, that's right. No, I didn't want eager ears listening in. Subtlety is part of our instructions. Our new employer is the King of the North. Yes, I know. Very impressive indeed. I've worked for a lot of important people, but I don't go shouting about it on every street corner, which is why I get rehired by them or their powerful friends, because I keep my mouth shut. So you'll be expected to do the same. Good. His daughter has gone missing. No, surprisingly, he doesn't suspect kidnapping. That's a bonus, if a surprising one. She's prone to running away, apparently, but this time she's managed to disappear herself very well indeed. The king wants to find her, obviously, but doesn't want word spreading. So we're to go in and have a little snoop. See what's what. We'll get more information once we're there, that's all I know so far. Yeah, there are dragons in the north, but there are dragons in the south too, girl. They have wings, after all. They can go wherever they want. And I've seen them from a distance. I would like to keep it that way, thank you very much. I'm brave, I'm not stupid. So if you could avoid sticking your nose in any random caves, I'd very much appreciate it. Because I know you, that's why. You like to poke at things. Please don't poke a dragon. I don't need that sort of headache. Is that feeling better? Good. I was going to offer you a knife fighting lesson this evening, but I think you would break. Yes, I think sleep is a much better option as well. I'd probably fall over unconscious myself. You don't have to be solely responsible for cooking. I can help. Oh my god. All right. Stubborn thing. I'm glad your legs feel better. This week won't be fun, but it will make you stronger in the long run. It used to be that you were exhausted after walking. You've come a long way. Oh, is that so? Huh. I didn't know that's how it worked. I suppose taking your trousers off would make it more effective. It's worth a try anyways. I'm laughing at that little smirk on your face. So pleased with yourself. And how about that? Is that better than massaging your thighs directly? Well, I'm certainly enjoying myself more. Oh, and your hips are sore too, poor thing. Shall I massage them? What about your behind? I bet that's very sore from all that riding. It could really do with it, couldn't it? Oh, I wasn't gentle before. Why would I be gentle now? You bring this on yourself, girl. Don't act all doe-eyed with me. And what about here? Surely that's sore too. Does that area need some special attention? Oh, it does it? Well, then just let me tiptoe my fingers right inside. Oh, sweet girl, what have you been thinking about in that saddle all day? Or are you just happy to see me? No, stay here. Stay right here. I told you I enjoy not having to sneak away for kisses and other activities, so I'm going to have you right here. Take this off as well. I want to see all of you. You're so pretty. Oh, did I stop? My apologies. Oh, is that better? From the expression on your face, I'll take that as a yes. See, you are so good at writing things, I told you. Have you been thinking about this all day? My fingers. Well, you should have just said something. We could have tied up the horses and I could have helped you out. Given you a quick little massage. But now look at you, squirming like a fox in a snare. Now we'll just have to make up for lost time. No. Dinner can wait. I think we're done for today, don't you? We can stop here, make a camp, relax. The horses will enjoy a good rest. No, I know we could reach the castle by nightfall, but I don't want to. We can knock on their gate at around noon tomorrow instead. That'll be easier than getting there in the dark. I know it's right there on the hill. I can see it just as well as you can. But it's still a half day's ride away, and I want one more afternoon, one more evening, just out here. Because I've been behind a lot of walls lately, and they're starting to make me itch. I suppose I can still see the stars inside walls. That's a very good point, girl. Look at you being all philosophical. It means having deep and interesting thoughts about the world. You do? No, you're not dumb. You're uneducated. There's a difference. I do say so. Because I'm older and wiser than you, whether you believe that or not. Come on. We can go bathe in the river like the savages we are. Oh, you need so many reasons today. Because I feel grimy. And frankly quite disgusting, so I imagine you must feel the same way, even if you're not willing to admit it. And we should probably at least try to make a good impression tomorrow. Female night, you know, heaven forbid we don't make a good impression. I don't know, maybe I just want to see you take your clothes off. Is that a better reason? Besides, it's one of my favourite things. Well, all I can see is grass, a few trees, and a castle on a hill. There's not much else to do for the rest of the day. Can you blame me? I have other favourite things. I have lots of favourite things. Like a good steak and mushroom pie with a cold beer. I know, right? I'll be thinking about that for days now. I love riding Edgar at a full gallop for miles. I love when you're asleep and you're dreaming. Because it's funny. No, your nose scrunches up as if you're concentrating very hard on something, and it makes me wonder what you're dreaming about. It's not creepy to watch you while you sleep. Well, I thought you'd find it romantic, but clearly not. Oh, just teasing. Sure you are. Get in the river. Because you smell. See? You're staring. It's not just me that's getting a kick out of this, so don't bother trying to deny it. We spend far too much time together for me to not notice all of your little quirks, girl. Well, maybe I observe you more than you think. And not just when you're asleep. Because you're easy on the eyes and I enjoy watching you exist in the world. It makes me happy. What? What? What was that for? You're a strange creature, you know that? Well, if you're going to start kissing me, you could at least carry on. Yes, exactly. I'll help you wash your hair. Well, you complain about it enough, I figure I would be nice and help fix it. And then I don't have to listen to you complain anymore. Am I not allowed to be nice to you all of a sudden? Oh no, I fully expect you to pay me back later. Since when do I do anything for free? Lean back. Let me rinse your hair. You, madam, need a haircut. Because it's getting entirely too long. Look at this, it's ridiculous. Oh, you're so precious sometimes, you know that. I won't cut your hair in your sleep. God knows what you'd do for revenge. I don't know what we'll do if we find this princess. I need more information. Well, did she run off by herself or with a lover, perhaps? Did she have help from within the castle or from without? Who might know where she's gone? Does anyone know where she's gone? Why did she leave? Why has she run away before? Where has she ended up before? What destinations should we look into? What ones should we rule out altogether? Yes, there are a lot of questions that need to be asked, which is the main reason we need to make a good first impression, or at the very least, be clean and presentable. We want people feeling comfortable enough to talk to us. Well, that's where being women comes in handy. Or folks might think we're more approachable and be willing to talk. Or, at worst, they'll think we're stupid, but if that's the case, they're likely to let information slip that they wouldn't with a man. You're just as much a weapon as your knife, girl. You've just got to learn how to wield yourself properly. It's not about whether I think the job will be easy or hard or dangerous or safe, because there's just no way of predicting how a job will go. Something simple can turn complex, and something seemingly free of danger can turn into an absolute shit show. It's best to not expect anything, but be prepared for anything. No, that's exactly right. What? I'm just looking at you. What's wrong with looking at you? I've not gone soft. No. Your tits are out in a river. It's pretty much impossible to not look. Or should I be doing more than just looking? Is that it? Do you need more attention than I'm giving you, girl? Is that what's wrong? I've already washed your hair for you. Do you need help washing elsewhere? Oh, poor thing. I've been spoiling you if you need this much help. Is that what you're after? You needy little thing. My finger's down there. Yes, I thought so. Well, how am I supposed to help you if you won't spread your legs wider? See, much better. You're very selfish, you know. You are. I should stop helping you altogether. Oh no. Or maybe I need a little bit of help getting clean as well. It would be considerate, is all I'm saying. Don't throw my words back at me. That's just cruel. Wicked thing. There you go. Is that wide enough for you? Ah. Are you all right? No, it's not just you. It's really very cold in this river, so we might have to reschedule. No, it's all right to laugh. It's funny. Oh, girl, it's not supposed to go smoothly every time. Where would the fun be in that? Okay, come on. Off of this uneven riverbed. We'll get dry, get a fire going, get dinner cooking, and then we will revisit this in more comfortable circumstances. How does that sound? Good. This is probably the softest bed I've ever slept in. Well, I'll be sleeping very soon. You can't talk, your eyes are already drooping. So, what did you think about today? Overwhelmed is a good word for it. And don't worry, girl, you're not the only one who's a little overwhelmed at the moment. Yes, really. Maybe not by the building itself, no. Though you being overwhelmed by that, I think that's understandable. Well, you were overwhelmed enough when we went to the markets, when we stayed at the inn. Now we're in a castle. This is surely the biggest building you've ever seen. It's the biggest building I've ever seen. Why do you feel dumb? You're not dumb, you're uneducated. There's a difference. No, I suppose that's a fair assumption, though. No one ever talks about how many people live in a castle or live around it, or how many people are housed behind its walls. But no, it's not just the king and his family. Well, most of his family, considering we're here to find where his daughter might have got to. No, I didn't particularly like the king either, but we'll keep those thoughts just between us, won't we? He was a very angry sort of man. Very proud, but he is a king, so that's to be expected. Sometimes you're so sweet and innocent, it gives me whiplash. You've grown so much, I forget you're just a village girl at heart. No, you're right. I suppose kings are supposed to be kind and fatherly, wise and benevolent. And that's what they are in their stories, aren't they? And maybe he is those things at other times, with other people, not with us. But yes, it was an interesting conversation. But now we have a physical description of the princess. We know who we're looking for. We know the last time she was seen in her chambers when her maids helped her dress for bed. We have something to start with now. I know, imagine having a servant just there to help you dress and undress. Though you shouldn't really complain. Well, you have me, don't you? I can dress and undress you. In fact, I do that quite often, don't I? It's one of my favourite things. I love you. Because I do. I probably don't say it enough. Well, I don't say it enough. There's no probably. Why are you looking at me like that? Like I have two heads. I'm allowed to be sentimental, aren't I? I think I am. And to think I nearly never met you. On a daily basis, you grind my gears and annoy me half to death, and I'm pretty sure I've lost some of my hearing with the amount you talk, and the only reason I met you at all is because you're the most stubborn person I've ever met. But one of the bravest. What? No, I'm not dying. No, not sick, not even a little bit. I'm just telling you how I feel, girl, that's all. Maybe it was being around these people today. They're the richest folks around, the most powerful, the best and brightest, and none of them seem to like each other all that much. Made me appreciate having you by my side, I guess. Getting to have you as a companion. I noticed that too. I don't think His Majesty even looked at the Queen once. I just found it bizarre because I can never take my eyes off of you. Where do you think I'm looking when you ride ahead? When you take the lead? I watch the back of your head like a North Star the entire time. And now, I'm looking at you now. Because you're beautiful and you're mine. You are beautiful. That's not up for debate. Yes, and annoying. You can be both. And I wouldn't change it, you know. Any of your annoying little quirks. Your inability to listen or your foolhardiness. No, I wouldn't. Because then you wouldn't be you. And as I've been saying, I like you rather a lot. Yes, I love you. I suppose the next step is questioning more people. Seeing if anyone has noticed anything. Was she preparing to run away? Did she have help? Did she do it on her own? Who might have helped her? Was she asking questions about a certain city or port? No, I think it is a case of running away. Kidnappers would have demanded a ransom already, but she's just vanished into thin air. So either she's very, very stupid and didn't even last the night, or she's very, very smart and has managed to hide herself incredibly well. I don't know, I suppose. I feel a bit conflicted. Well, because here I am being employed to bring back what is most likely a runaway, and my squire, apprentice, lover, whatever you are, is also a young runaway, so I don't know if I drag her back to the castle, does that make me a hypocrite or a hero? Oh, really? And why is her case so different? Yes, her parents are looking for her. But you don't need them anymore, do you, girl? Not when you have me to protect you. Yes. Always. What would I do without you? Are you good to go? Excellent. We're up so early, so we can get a lot of ground covered. And I'm being a cranky git, as you so elegantly put it, because I'd prefer to be outside the castle walls until we talk freely. All right then. Right. That feels a bit better. No, I don't really like it in there. Something stinks. No, not literally. Stop it. Stop winding me up on purpose. I'm not blind. I can see your smug little smirk, girl. Yes, seriously. I don't like it. I wanted to be out in the open to talk freely because whenever I talk freely about these sorts of people, it usually qualifies as some sort of treason, so... Go on then. You have thoughts and opinions of your own, and you're not usually afraid to voice them, quite the opposite. So, has some sort of self-preservation instinct finally kicked in? Well, good. I can sleep a little easier at night. Well, dear Squire of mine, let me hear your suspicions. I'm curious. Yes, everyone is stuffy and pompous, but that's the upper class for you, girl. So, are we both out of sorts because there's something afoot? Or are we just not made for life behind castle walls? Yes, it is hard to tell. Which is why we shouldn't jump to any conclusions. Not yet. Perhaps. Perhaps this princess wasn't made for life behind walls either. But it's our job to find her and to bring her home. I didn't say we had to be successful at our job. Not always. I'm happy to look like a fool or a failure if it serves a greater purpose. Well, like I said, I think we need more time to figure out what's going on, but if a young girl has fled that place for her own sanity, I'm not going to be the person that sticks her back in a cage. I took the job thinking she was in danger, that she was an idiot. Some spoiled little rich girl who ran off with a lover or something. but that doesn't seem to be the case, so... Yes, really. Well, then these people don't hire me again, and good riddance. Once the novelty wears off, I realise why I don't take these sorts of jobs anymore, and I start thinking about sleeping next to campfires and bathing in rivers. Because I'm an incurable savage, apparently. Yeah, the food is rather good. I won't deny that. The beer, though... Oh, I know, I nearly spat it out. Refined people, honestly, no taste sometimes. I guess we still go about our job, but we keep our eyes open in all directions, yes? Not just out here when we're hunting down clues, but back at the castle as well. Look for information, listen for whispers, and whether we are successful or not will be informed by all of this information. Not just what the king has told us. I agree. Don't worry, I definitely agree. I don't trust him either, but that's why we're having these conversations out here. And the topics won't be touched once we're back inside, understood? Good. We're no use to anyone, not even ourselves, if we're charged with treason. I think she's out here, somewhere out in the wilderness. Well, every other time the princess ran away, apparently, it's been to a town or a port. She made it as far as the Eastern Road at one point, the guard said. She knows that strategy hasn't worked in the past, so now she's trying something new, and no one can find her. She seems smart, from what I can gather, so I think she's hiding someplace that none of our refined friends back there would think to look. Just because someone is well educated doesn't make them smart. Take half the people back there, they might be able to read Latin, but they'd see a pretty red mushroom out on a trail and decide to eat it without a second thought. Then they're dead. So book learning wasn't all that useful, was it? But if Her Majesty has an education and is smart on top of it, then we might not have to pretend to fail in finding her. I'm looking at you like this because you're acting strangely. No, that's my point exactly. You're not saying anything. You've been quiet. It's disturbing. Ah. I see why you don't want to find her. Because you ran away as well. From a place that suffocated you. You ran away so you could grow, so you could fly. I do think so. Ask me. If you want this job to fail, for Her Majesty to remain unfound, all you have to do is ask. Yes, I'm serious. It's a complicated, messy thing, this job, and the more we learn, the messier it is becoming. But if at any time you are certain that you want us to fail, just ask and it will be so. Yes, I promise. Do I break promises? No. but I am proud of you for thinking on it until you have more information. You have blossomed since I met you, even if you can still talk underwater with a mouthful of marbles. Oh, I wouldn't change a thing, girl. How quiet my world would be without you. For now, we continue searching. Even if we do decide to rig the results of this job, we'll still need to look like we put our best effort in. Girl, fabricating evidence. Would an upstanding knight and her squire ever do such a thing? No. Which is why, if we did fabricate evidence, then it would be rather convincing, don't you think? Cheer up, my girl. It's still early, and I don't want to be within stone walls until dusk hits. So, let's see what we can find. You've gotten incredibly quick at setting up a campfire, girl. Well, it appears that practice makes perfect. Remember that the next time you're complaining about aching muscles after training. Oh, no complaining tonight, true. No, me too. I'm just happy to be out camping again. Beds get boring after a while. Oh, I can't believe we've only been here a week. It feels like 10 years. Oh, maybe it is just the rich people sucking our life force from us. It wouldn't surprise me at this point. Maybe that's how they got all their riches. Stealing souls from knights just trying to do their jobs. What am I doing? I am hunkering down for the night. I brought some food that we can roast over the fire. We've got our packs. And I intend to have a wonderful night's sleep beneath the stars instead of behind stone walls. Oh no, I did. I told them that we were searching for the princess through the night, and would you look at that? I can't see a thing, so searching's done. Time for dinner. Yes, I did just want to get out of that bloody castle, and not that I like to give up, but I think it's time we give up, don't you? Yes, this princess has vanished. I've never seen anything like it. There's no clues, nothing. Either she's far, far away from here by now, or she's turning to bones as we speak. Either way, we are out of options of where to look. Well, at least if I tell the king that we spent one last night poking around, then it'll sound better when we say we're going home and leaving him empty-handed. Well, between you and me, I really don't care if he's not happy about it. Is that bad? Because he doesn't seem happy about anything. Ever. A missing daughter and tarnished silverware seem to bring him the same amount of stress. And you know, everyone's got their own priorities, but come on, are you okay, girl? What? What is it? Girl, you've gone white as a ghost. What is it? You saw a what flying past? Right above us? Are you sure? I mean, it could have been a bat. Those bastards can be massive. Definitely a dragon. Okay, no, I believe you. I believe you. You saw a dragon flying across the sky. I believe you, girl. Which way did it go? Well, because whichever way it went, I'm planning on going in the opposite direction. No, I'm not going to chase after it. Well, a bunch of men throughout the years have attempted to fight dragons, and how many of them have been successful? None, that's right. Yet they still try. I, however, plan to learn from their mistakes and avoid giant fire-breathing ancients wherever possible. Tomorrow I think we should go home. Away from stuffy castles and dragons. I miss the wilderness, I miss travelling, I miss just being with the horses all day, and I think Edgar and Milk miss us, don't you? That pony of yours hasn't left your sight all evening. I miss being in the middle of nowhere, just you and me, as if we were the only two people on Earth. In this instance, I am more than happy to quit. Well, the king is going to want answers even if we don't have them, so did we fabricate evidence? Come up with a story? She fell off a cliff, maybe? Or we could tell them you saw a dragon. That would definitely explain why she's not been seen. No, why not? Fair enough. You're right, there's no need to send idiot knights rushing after the poor beast. Even on the off chance that it's eaten the girl. We won't mention the dragon then. Honestly, I think it would be a waste of time inventing any sort of story. 9 times out of 10, girl, the truth comes out. Maybe not immediately, but at some point. So we shall just speak the truth in the first place. We have no earthly clue where she has gone. She's just vanished into thin air. Like smoke on a breeze. You're being very sensible. It's not like you. I agree. We need to get you away from this place, back to normal, where you can be a nuisance to your full potential. No, girl, I don't think the dragon is going to come and eat us. Well, if it were interested in having us as a snack, I imagine it would have swooped down and gobbled us up then and there. If we don't bother it, then it will have no need to bother us. We're nothing more than ants to it. I would absolutely fight it off if it did come back. I said I wouldn't fight a dragon for no reason, but I'm not letting you get eaten by a dragon, not on my watch. I also said that men fought and failed. I am not a man. I mean, self-confidence isn't a bad thing, just don't let it outweigh your intelligence, that's all. I'll protect you, girl, don't you worry. I'll protect you from anything stupid enough to harm you. And if we do get eaten by a dragon, I mean, at least it would be a hell of a way to go. Yeah, that's the spirit. I don't know if the princess is alright. I honestly have no idea. She's just gone. Not a trace, not a whisper, nothing. So I hope she was alright in the end. I guess after all those runaway attempts, no matter what else has happened to her out there, at least she's finally free of that place. That's something, I guess. Yes, I think we should get dinner roasting. We shall eat our fill, sleep under the stars, and in the morning head far away from this place. Back where we are happy. Oh, can you hear it? The markets in town, I can hear the people talking, carried over on the wind. Well, yes, I'm smiling, because I'm glad to be back. I need to be around proper civilization for a while, cleanse my palate of all that royalty nonsense. I need grit and dirt and swearing. And beer. I really need a beer. We'll go to the usual inn, Food and drink and bed. I can't wait. You've been quiet today. Well, that usually means you're stewing on something. So what is it? What's got your thoughts in such a tangle? You still thinking about that missing princess? No, I don't think they found her. Truly, I think she finally managed to disappear, and good luck to her. I certainly didn't want to go back to that place. I can imagine she felt the same. So chin up. That chapter is closed and we're on to our next adventure. Well, I don't precisely know what that might be yet. His lordship might have intended to be insulting when he threw coins at our feet when we couldn't find his daughter. But he still threw the coins. So money is nothing to worry about, not for a long, long while. So perhaps it would be a good idea to hang around the city for a little while and wait for the right opportunity instead of just jumping at the first job that comes up. I won't get impatient. That's rich coming from you. I am perfectly capable of sitting still and relaxing. I am. Oh, I know what you're doing. I'm so pleased with yourself. I like to be working. That's all. I like to have a purpose ahead of me. But I will not go crazy without work. I will keep myself entertained. Thank you very much. You can smirk all you want, girl. And what about you? You fidget and squirm more than a baby bird if you don't have something to keep you occupied. So I wouldn't be throwing stones when that's a very pretty glass house you live in. It's affected you. Your first proper job as a squire, hasn't it? We're not always going to be successful. It's not possible to be perfect. We just have to try our best, even if that falls short of the mark more often than not. What have you realised? No, girl. The people in power are not always the good guys. But I think we did just fine getting out when we did, so don't worry. You didn't do anything to harm the missing girl. In fact, we were his final straw in finding her, so having us say it's impossible. All will be well. I think, girl, you are experiencing the wonderful yet very uncomfortable feeling of growing as a person. No, not your body, your mind, your heart, your soul, whatever you want to call it. That's what's grown. Well, I did say it was uncomfortable. Yes, but you're young. You're supposed to grow. That's when you know you're doing things right. Yes, I will still love you if you get all serious. Though I highly doubt you can stay serious for all that long. Are you ready to re-enter the chaos? See? You can't help yourself. I know, it's so easy to forget how loud it is. Do you remember where the inn is? Well then pay attention so you can find your way there next time. What am I thinking about? Well, my dear, you've been brooding over the complexities of human nature. I've been thinking quite seriously about what I am going to have for dinner. I mean, pie. It's obviously going to be pie. But what type of pie? Beef with gravy? Chicken? Did I mention beer? Because there needs to be beer. Well, maybe you should be thinking about what to have for dinner, because I can hear your stomach growling over the crowds. Hey. Hey. Keep turning over these deep thoughts. Keep growing, keep doing all of it, but in between the pondering, you still need to find a moment here and there to think about a good pie and a glass of beer. Yes, and other pleasant things as well. But that's for later tonight, when we're in bed and the door is locked. You want a chicken pie then? Well, a chicken pie you shall have. Nothing, I'm just watching you. I can see your growth on the outside of you. You're not staring around wide-eyed as if the whole world is taking you by surprise. You're not just watching everything happen from the outside anymore. You're a part of it. You've joined in. No, girl, it makes me happy. It makes me think that you might actually stand a chance without me. No, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.